Hi, it's Lene here with Bloom Feather Studio. I want to show you today how to make these vintage florals. Okay, so this one is using the olive green from Winsor Newton, and I also am using Daniel Smith's quinacridone magenta and also a little bit of yellow. So this set with the olive green, and then I have another example here of some with Viridian, I believe. So you get a different look depending on which green you use. Okay. So here is, I love this combination. Here is the quinacridone magenta, and it bleeds into the olive green and makes a really nice kind of brownish pink in the middle. Okay, and then I just want to show you some examples of different kinds. So this is a really simple version. Okay, so I kind of practice on corners and edges of practice paper, and then I cut them out so you can see them. Here's another simple one, and this one's a little bit more of a brownish pink here. Okay, so these are really simple, but you can also get really complicated. So this one has like a little bit of an extra layer to it. It's a little bit more dimensional. And then I have this one. And then this last one is it's a little bit more, it has a little bit more of a bleed to it. So depending on how you paint this and how long you wait to paint that second layer, you get some really nice bleeds, or it can be a little bit sharper of a like this one. This one's a little sharper of a contrast. Okay, so for my brush, I'm going to use a filbert brush. Okay, filbert is rounded. It's a flat brush with a rounded tip. Okay, really nice for painting petals. And this one is Princeton 3/4 inch. But you can use whatever filbert brush you have, and it just comes up with like a little bit of a different shape for the petal. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I've drawn a circle here. I hope you can see that. When painting florals, a lot of times I like to think of them in a circular way, especially when you're doing that 3/4 view of the flower. So you're seeing some of the outside, you're seeing some of the back of the flower, and you're seeing some of the middle of the flower. So here I have my colors, and I like to work with paint that has dried, like two paint that has dried, and then I just re-wet it here. So you see a lot of the magenta here, and you see some of the green. I hope I don't run out of that. So I let that dry on my palette, and then I will use a mixture of all of it to paint. Okay, so let's get started. So first, you kind of want to paint the background, so the lighter part. So I'm going to take some of my magenta, but not super strong. I want it to be kind of pale. And so I'm going to start with the front of the flower. So I'm going to do just some petals, and they should all point down to the bottom here. So that when you're thinking about it, think about this as the base of your flower right here. So I'm going to paint some petals. And oh, I should show you on a little bit of practice paper. Let me get some practice paper. So when you use a filbert brush, you want to start at the curved edge of the petal, okay? And you want to just put a little pressure on it, and then you can twist it like that, or you can, and then you can finish it off like that if you want, or you can just go kind of straight down like that. You can also turn your brush to the side, so when you get like a much skinnier, so depending on, you know, how you want your petals to look, you can make them wider or thinner based on the angle of your brush. Okay, so that's basically what we're doing. So remember, you're going to make your petals all kind of point toward this bottom center of the flower. So here I go here. I'm going to do like maybe one here. Make this one a little bit bigger. Okay, so here's my base. Now I want to curve it around a little bit. So I'm going to follow the circle, do a curve there, curve here, and maybe make that a little wider. Okay, and then we're going to curve it around. So you can either curve it, let's see, what have I done here? So these are kind of straight at the top right here. So they're like, you know, kind of in a row at the top. You want to leave a little bit of the middle, okay? Or you can curve it like this. So I think I'm going to do it this way today. So I'm going to, you know, angle my brush this way and curve it. Okay, so I'm going to just go like that. Come around here like this. Maybe make something here in the middle, like that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to make this one a little wider, I think. There. Okay. So I'm going to leave that and start working. Oh, here. I'm going to put, make sure you can see this. I'm going to put one kind of coming from the bottom, still pointing toward that middle. Okay. There, like that. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is get some yellow, which I forgot to put in my palette here. Get some yellow. And I'm going to put some yellow in the middle. So let's look at these middles that I've done. Most of them have been, this one's a little messy. This one I like the middle of. Okay, so I'm going to do something like this, where I put some yellow in the middle, just kind of curve it around like that. And then I love to have bleeds, so I'm gonna put a little pink here at the bottom. Yeah, okay, and let that bleed, and then maybe I'll get a little green. Maybe put some here. Oh, that turned out to be a little bit more brown, but let's see. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of this pink. Okay, all right. Now, while we wait for that to dry, I'm gonna start working on the leaves. So with the leaves, I can get my scrap paper again. Okay, for the leaves, you're gonna wanna do like, you can do like 2 strokes. So you can do like one where you kind of start and then like that, and then you can do another one on the other side like that for a leaf. Okay, so I'm kind of working on the side of my brush like that. Okay, and then if you like color bleed, you can stick some pink in there and see how that dries. Okay, you can make a leaf that's like more brown. So I'm going to start with green. So let me clean off my brush and get some green. And I like to put my leaves like maybe here, coming from the center as well, maybe a group of 3 or something, and maybe here, like kind of in between the petals, and have them also kind of curve around. So So I'm just gonna turn this a little bit. All right, so here we go. Hopefully you can see this. That one's really skinny. I'm doing it at an awkward angle, so I'm gonna turn this around. Okay. So coming here, you can see it, right? Okay, coming here like that, and then come around with this one there. And you can, I'm gonna do them a little faster so they're more spontaneous. So I'm gonna curve this around there, and then make it a little fatter. Maybe come out here and do a leaf here. Need more pink, more green. There we go. Okay, so just go ahead and leave that like that. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here, do a leaf here. There. And maybe one right here. Okay. Maybe one here. No. Maybe one there. Okay. All right, so leave that. Less is better because you can always go back and add more. Okay. Now we're going to add our second layer. So I'm going to get an intense amount of the pink. I'm going to get a nice intense amount. And I'm going to start here again. I'm going to add some more color here. So, okay. It's bleeding a little, and that's fine. Okay. And you put one here. Okay. That's good for the front. And I'm thinking I have a lot of space where there's no color. So I'm going to add some more yellow. So I'm going to clean off my brush. I'm going to add some yellow here. Like that. I'm just going to add more. Hopefully I won't regret that. Okay. Now, get more pink, more intense pink. I'm going to curve it around again, similar to what we did before. Okay. I really like how this yellow and pink right here kind of combine. That's really pretty. So I'm going to try not to cover that up. Now, we could just leave it like this. This looks good. Or I'll put some here. Okay. We could leave it like this, or we could add more fun. We can have more fun with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it all kind of like a dusty pink. So some green, some pink. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, see that? That's really pretty. Not too much. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and just kind of add some leaves here, some petals. Okay. Just for fun. I'm gonna clean off my brush a little bit here and make it more pale, Oh yeah, like that. Just to add some dimension to it. Let some color bleeds happen. Okay, I'm gonna go through and get some more green, but I'm not gonna clean my brush because I want more of a brownish green. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe add some more leaves here. Okay. Sometimes I get really messy. Just kind of add stuff really pale. Put some green in this one. Some green here. Okay. I think I should stop. What do you think? Sometimes you can go too far. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I keep hitting the cord. I'm gonna put another couple of pinks here. I'm gonna add some more pink here. Okay, let's stop before we ruin it. What do you think? There you go. So remember, you can make it really simple like this, right? You could keep it really simple if you want, or you could be a lot more complicated like this. So I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll show you the final result. Okay, so this is the final result. I ended up adding even another layer of petals. As you can see, it's a little bit darker than when you saw it last. And I just used the same process where I curved it around. Let me show you up close. It's still drying a little bit at the edge there. So it's up to you. You can keep it simple, or you can keep adding more dimension to it. I would probably stick with 3 layers, maybe 4 at the most, because if you go too far, you'll lose all your light. Okay, so have fun with this. Choose different colors. You don't have to have the same ones that I used. And find me at on Instagram at Bloom Feather Studio and show me what you did. You can tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see your work. All right. Have a great day. Have fun painting. Bye.